Money while you sleep. This is the fantasy everyone buys first. The idea is simple. You build something once, then it pays you forever. No effort, no stress, just notifications. This shows up as people hunting for set and forget ideas. Upload a product, turn on ads, walk away. The problem is subtle. Every income stream is powered by something. Attention, demand, trust, systems. And those things decay. Algorithms change, customers leave, markets shift. When you believe money should arrive without effort, you stop maintaining the engine that produces it. Broke behavior is chasing sleep money. Wealthy behavior is building leverage while awake. Rich people don't ask how to stop working. They ask how to make work multiply. The move is simple. Stop calling it passive. Call it delayed effort. Build systems that work only because you worked first, then protect them like assets. Once it's built, you're done. This one feels logical. You finish the setup, you cross the line, you relax. That's how projects work in school, not in money. This shows up when someone launches a course, a channel, a product, then disappears. Sales slow. Engagement drops. They blame the market. The truth is, income streams rot when ignored. Broke thinking treats income like a trophy. Rich thinking treats income like a machine. Machines need monitoring, adjusting, repairs. The difference isn't effort, it's responsibility. Wealth comes from ownership. Ownership means ongoing care. The solution is boring but powerful. Schedule maintenance for your income like you would for your health. Weekly checks, monthly tweaks, quarterly upgrades. The goal isn't freedom from work, it's control over work. It's fast. This is the most dangerous lie because it kills patience. You're told that if it doesn't work quickly, it doesn't work at all. So people quit early. They jump ideas, they never compound. This shows up when someone tries something for 30 days, sees nothing, and moves on. The result is predictable. No depth, no skill, no leverage. Broke behavior chases speed. Wealthy behavior tolerates delay. Rich people understand a quiet truth. Most income grows slow before it grows loud. What to do instead is uncomfortable. Pick one path. Commit to it longer than feels reasonable. Measure progress in learning, not money. If you can't stay long enough to build momentum, nothing will ever feel passive. You can start with nothing. This sounds hopeful. It's also misleading. You always pay. If not with money, then with time, or energy, or skill. This shows up when people say they're starting from zero, but what they really mean is they don't want to invest anything. No tools, no learning, no capital. The result is fragile income that collapses under pressure. Broke thinking avoids cost. Rich thinking chooses cost. Wealth builders decide what they'll spend upfront to reduce struggle later. The shift is to be honest. Do a resource check. If you have no money, invest time into learning a skill. If you have no time, invest money into leverage. But stop pretending free means effective. You don't need an audience. This one hides in plain sight. People build first, then hope someone shows up. A product, a blog, a channel. Silence follows. This happens because income doesn't come from ideas. It comes from demand. Broke behavior creates an isolation. Wealthy behavior listens first. Rich people don't guess what people want. They observe what people already pay for. The fix is simple but ignored. Before you build anything, find attention. One platform, one problem. One group of people already searching for answers. Build trust before products. Audience first, income second. Reverse the order and you reverse the result. If it works for them, it will work for you. This is the copy trap. You see someone winning with a strategy. Same niche, same platform, same screenshots. You assume the method is the reason for their success, so you copy the surface, the format, the tool, the idea. What you don't see is the invisible layer. Timing, skill, reputation, distribution. This shows up when people jump into crowded models and wonder why nothing happens. Broke thinking copies outcomes. Wealthy thinking studies inputs. Rich people don't ask what worked. They ask why it worked for that person at that time. The move is to stop copying structures and start copying principles. Demand, differentiation, distribution. If you can't explain why something works, you're gambling, not building. Real estate is hands-free money. This one sounds mature, safe, adult, buy a property, rent it out, collect checks. But here's the quiet truth. Real estate isn't passive. It's operational. Tenants break things. Laws change. Taxes rise. Financing shifts. This shows up when people buy property thinking they bought freedom, then realize they bought a second job. Broke behavior buys assets without systems. Wealthy behavior buys assets with management plans. Rich investors don't avoid work. They structure it. The fix is clarity. If you want real estate, decide up front. Will you manage it or will you pay someone to manage it? Passive doesn't mean no work. It means the work is predictable and controlled. Courses and gurus give you the full blueprint. This is where smart people get stuck the longest. Because information feels like progress. You watch, you learn, you nod, but nothing changes. This shows shows up when someone knows a lot about money but has very little of it. Broke behavior collects knowledge. Wealthy behavior tests systems. Rich people don't trust explanations. They trust results. The shift is brutal but freeing. Stop asking who teaches best. Start asking who shows proof with constraints, numbers, and trade-offs. Then, test small. Break fast. Adjust. Information doesn't create income. Execution under pressure does. Passive income is an online thing. This narrows your thinking. You start believing freedom only lives on screens, ads, funnels, platforms, but income doesn't care where it comes from. It cares about value and ownership. This shows up when people ignore dividends, licensing, royalties, or boring cash-flowing assets because they don't look exciting. Broke thinking chases novelty. Wealthy thinking chases durability. Rich people like income that survives trends. The move is to expand your definition. Passive income isn't digital. It's detached from your hours. Build things that don't require your presence every time value is exchanged. You don't need skills. This is the most famous lie and the most destructive. The idea is that tools, automation, or capital will replace competence. This shows up when people buy software before learning fundamentals, or invest before understanding risk. The result is dependence on platforms, on trends, on luck. Broke behavior avoids mastery. Wealthy behavior stacks it. Rich people build skills first, then they scale them with systems. Here's the final truth. If you can't create value with your hands and mind, no passive strategy will save you. Skills are the root. Everything else is leverage. And here's the big reveal. Passive income isn't a starting point. It's a byproduct. It comes after skill, after ownership, after systems. The people who win didn't escape work. They focused it. They compressed effort into assets. And that's why it looks easy from the outside. And watch this next. Every money lie keeping you broke, explained in 9 minutes.